Stampers, Deb Valder here, your Fun Stampers Journey Coach, and today I'm going to bring you another Hydrangea card. I love this one. It's done with vellum, and it just gives it such a stained glass look. It is needs a little bit of drying time, but it's still absolutely beautiful. The Hydrangea is in the new Bloom This Way mini catalog, and it's on page 24. It is beautiful. It has some beautiful sayings to go along with it, and I've been trying to teach you how different ways on how to use the Hydrangea set. So here's another card. This one isn't as fast as some of them. Let me just show you some of the other ones that I have done. This one is done with our black magic technique. I have a video on that one. And this one is super simple, but it just lends itself to a beautiful card, short amount of time, and really packs a wow. And then this one is my little over-the-top card, and it uses another die to go along with it. It's just beautiful. So those are some other cards that I have videos on, and if you want to stop over to my YouTube channel and check them out, you can. So this month, of course, you know, we have the Journey Storage pouches and Journey Storage system, the storage system on sale this month. So these are the pouches, and I use my pouches to gather up all the things that I need for my cards. So this is what I'm going to be using today for my card. I have some vellum, and I did pre-emboss the vellum with clear pigment ink and our white embossing powder. So that's that. I'm using my whipped cream cardstock. This is one that I have already done. I'm going to show you that. And here's my card bases. So let's get started. I do need to grab my Catalina Splash ink and my Hydrangea, and we will get started. All right, so the first thing that we'll do is we'll do our little background here, and I just like a little bit of color. So let me just bring in a scrap piece of paper here. And I'm going to stamp with my Catalina Splash onto my Catalina paper. Just a few little stamps for the background. One more over here on the end, and I think we'll call it a day. Okay, so there's my background. It's just really important to make sure that your stamps are cleaned right after you use them. And I just use a eyeglass cleaner, and that's all I use, along with I have my Fusion, my cleaner on there, and that's all there is to it. So there is my Hydrangea. And then, like I said, I pre-stamped the Hydrangea onto my my vellum. Now, this is going to take a little bit of drying time, so that's why I did some things ahead of time. So we embossed on this side. Now I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to color on the opposite side. So I'm going to bring in my palette with my liquid colors, and I'm going to bring in one of my blending brushes. I'm just going to use the large one because I'm not going to be doing too much it's such a large surface, so I just wanted a large surface to work on. All right, so I just squeezed in some water in here, and I'm going to start with my lovely blue, and I'm going to just, like I said, just whitewash the whole thing here. And I'm staying inside the lines. Even though I am going to cut this out, I do like to stay inside the lines to make it not look messy, even when I'm cutting it. Call me crazy, I know. All right, so here's this, and I'm going to go in with some of my Lavender Fusion and just randomly color in some of this. You want to keep it dark because it does lighten up, and remember, we're staining it on the back, so that's why I call this the stained glass look. And then we need to come in with some of my Catalina Splash, which is the darker of all of them. And see, I'm just kind of randomly stamping it, or painting it, I should say. It's already stamped. And then what I do is I set this aside to dry, and it does take a while. You can hit it with the heat gun, but just be very, very careful, because you don't want to re-wet the embossing, otherwise it'll kind of run together. So I'm just kind of painting on the leaves now. And I'm going kind of dark because it does dry lighter. Now, if you want to see what it's going to look like, all right, you can just hold it over a piece of white cardstock to see how it's going to look. So let's do that. Okay, see how pretty that is? Oh, so pretty. Let me see. Isn't that pretty? Now, if you find a spot that you missed, you want to go back. Like, I'm going to add a little bit right here because it looks like there's none there. Even though there is some blue, it looks like we're missing something right there. Okay? And I just made it green, but that's okay. All right, now I'm going to set that aside to dry. I have one here that I've done already, and it's pretty dry, but it's not totally dry. So let me just tell you what we're going to do, okay? And then you will get the picture. So what I've done here is stamped on the front with the clear pigment ink. I used my white embossing powder. I turned it over. I did all the coloring. This is still a little bit wet, but what you would do is you would take, when this is dry, I use my Journey Glaze when I'm using vellum. So I would add some Journey Glaze to all the pieces right here. And then I would attach it to my white cardstock right here, okay? I would let that dry, and then what I do, I'm just going to put this over here because it's still wet. What I do after that is I cut it out. So let me just find the one that I did cut out. So it is attached to the white cardstock. This is the vellum, and it just makes it look so pretty. It makes it look like it is, it's stained glass, and that's what I love about the vellum. It just gives it a whole different look than, let me just show you this. You see the difference in the colors? It makes it look different than this, so that whatever you put it on just makes it look so different. And then, of course, this one is very different because I added the flowers to the top. But I did it exactly like this and then added the flowers to the top, which is pretty cool. All right, so there's that. And now what I'm going to do is just put my card together. So let's bring back the sample right here and show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my Easy Glide and add my layers. Here we go. Alrighty, now we're going to add that to the bottom here. And then add that to this. And this is the piece that we stamped in the beginning, remember? There we go. And I'm going to pop this one. So I'm going to get some of my Journey foam squares. And then I'm going to use the baby ones for my, well, this one I'll put a big one on. Alright, and then just, what I love about these foam squares is the backings come off so nice. They're the perfect height. I just love them to pieces. Alright, so there's that. I'm going to lay that diagonal like that. And we're going to grab some of my pearls. We're going to make a bow, so what I'm going to do with that is just take and make it just a couple loops. I think I did 3 on each side for this one. Alright, you can make them as big or as little as you want. Grab my Journey Pro Grand Pro shears there. Grab an extra little piece to wrap around it. Oops. There we go. And then just tie it in a knot. Okay, just like that. And now I'm going to grab one of my mini glue dots. Let's just cut some of those off there. Grab my mini glue dots there. I love how they just pop right up. Alright, so I've got my little mini glue dot right here. I'm going to roll it and just add it to the back of this. And that's going to go right here. And then you just fluff. Alright, now I'm going to grab my stamp set. This is another one of the stamp sets from the mini catalog. It's called Storybook Occasions, and these words, the whole set is adorable, but the words are really cute. And I'm going to do those in, I'm just going to do the Thinking of You one, and add that with my Catalina Splash, which matches my ink here, or my paper. My paper matches my ink. I love the grids on these. They're just perfect for lining everything up. And now the last thing that I'm going to do is to just add my pearls. And I'm going to do that with my, whoops, I just tore one off here, a loom tool. All right, whoops. That's the one that came off in my hand. All right, so let's just grab the little ones here and add a couple of these. I'm not going to add a lot of them. I'm just going to add just a few. I put the big one that goes on the big flower right there, and then I'll put some littler ones around it. Like this. Oh, so cute. Alrighty. I think that's enough. Maybe one more right there. Okay, that's enough. Alrighty. So that is my card. Here's the original. I did add some pearls to that one. You can do that also, but like I said, it's whatever you want to do. This hydrangea set is absolutely beautiful. So this one is done on vellum. This one is done on just plain whipped cream cardstock. This one is done on our black licorice cardstock with the technique. That is called the Black Magic technique because it's done on black cardstock. I used my gesso on that one, so make sure you check out that video. And then this one is just done same with the vellum underneath, and then the little flowers on the top to give it some more dimension. Just a really cute little card. So anyway, this is my card for today. I hope you enjoyed my post. If you have any questions, you let me know. You know how to get a hold of me. Take care and have a great day. Bye-bye.